closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is Williams. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it with Williams. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossing.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Yellow. On the line, right? Here we go, team.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Williams. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic.
But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Yellow, yellow. Arch your blue lady. 57, 57, color, 57, color.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Focus set. 18.
I want that. Give me that ball.
Give
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 44 is the mic. 44.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Let's go.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A shotgun snap for Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, 31!
That's mine. That's mine.
From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Darren Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check. Alert 3.
On second down, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. No score after one on EA Sports. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now it's Miller. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
That's it.
19.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And going deep and that's caught inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 53 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
Williams. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. It's 1st and goal, a chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Watson now to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
19.
44. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Watson on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Hey, 43, 15.
AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. 20! And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Hey, 57.
Switch. Recon, 132 fight. Joker. Check it out, read.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball.
Williams will try again. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yellow. Arms up, little lady. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. 15. Check.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
Cunningham on the tackle. A gain of a yard brings up 4th and goal from the 2-yard line.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0.
17. Texans, nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
53's the mic. 53, check. 54 is down, he's coming. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Throwing again is Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Shane Ray. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, 59! Mike, 53. Time to go!
From the 50, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 99 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Out of the gun, Watson. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
Yellow. All right, Eddie.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
So don't say nothing.
They'll go again to McCoy. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Hey, right on these two. Right on these two. That's all, Eddie.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking to go back to Stills, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Here's Hill on the return. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A 77-yard punt return as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there, a punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
The score, Chiefs 34, Texans nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Now Watson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's got Fuller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. Johnson on its poke 3. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
Yellow. I got blue, lady. Let's go. 50, yellow, 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 yellow.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
43.
Again, it's McCoy. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's 2nd and 10.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back.
You're set. 19. 56. Check 56. No chance. 9, go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch his flat. Watch his 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Throwing again. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. 59. Check 37.
On first down, Watson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this.
especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together, and I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
McCoy, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. McCoy's got the first down and more. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. He had to be frustrated because...
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 28-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
54.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Right there, 56.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
26.
Watson on 1st down. Being chased out left. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Fuller. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Focus up. 19. I'm coming after you. I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 26 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. I got you. Slam, slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's McCoy. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack on 1st down, Watson. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Yellow, flying!
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Hey, Ripley.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. They're going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, color. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Deuce. Check. Lock.
Mahomes now to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
He's checking. Crash.
Yellow.
There we go, 30 seconds.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the final act of this victory, the extra point. It's up and good, and they add one more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory.